Let's go.
I recently replaced this RVLock keypad here with a silicone keypad that they just came out with a couple years ago. Right now it's 2023, and I think around 2021 they stopped using this vinyl sticker keypad, which is stuck on the front here. And now they've come up with this one where you pull it all apart and then you put in a silicone keypad, which is so much better. So a long time ago, I guess the original design was with this is what they had available to use. So they used it, and you can see here, it would break. So if you got the older style here, I think it was 2021 and older, you want to switch out to this. I've had this lock for roughly 6.5, 7 years maybe. And this pad, I replaced it, let's see, twice. Once already. And then they just came out with this pad. So anyway, I thought share this with you just in case you have the old pad. You'll be aware that there's this new one available. I think they're still selling these online, but you want to go with this. This lock is a good lock. I don't know much about other keypad locks out there, but we use this all the time. It comes with a couple of remotes, and we usually just use the keypad. We don't use a key or a remote, so it's nice to have. Usually, if you watch for prices, usually around Black Friday and other holidays, they'll go on sale. But all in all, I feel this is worth it to buy. Their warranty on it is the first year is parts and shipping. So if anything breaks, you can call them. They'll walk you through how to troubleshoot it, and they'll supply the parts and the shipping for free. After the first year, then when the warranty expires, then they'll just cover the part and you pay for shipping, and they'll be there to back the product. So it's a good deal, and I just want to share that with you before I start this this video to give you an idea about the lock and the history on it. So you'll see in this video a detailed video of me replacing this lock, removing everything and installing the new part, which only takes a few minutes, and it probably takes less time to do it yourself than to watch this video. So I hope you enjoy the video. Take care, and we'll see you in a second. Welcome back, everybody. I have an RVLock on our travel trailer, and I'm going to change out the keypad here. I'm going to show you a couple things on it here, but first I'm going to zoom out so you can take a look at where it's located on the door. Now I'm going to go in close on it and show you what it looks like. Here we are looking at it close. I want to show you, our model is an older model, so it has like a vinyl sticker right here. I replaced it once before. I'm going to zoom in here and kind of show you what's happening to this one. It's been on here roughly 3 years. It's starting to crack, as you can see here, like on the 5 and this here. And this is just actually a vinyl sticker. It could be plastic or vinyl, but it's going over a silicone membrane. So RVLock has come out with a new keypad, roughly, now it's 2023, I think is in 2021, that they came out with a new pad they're using on these locks. They still sell this vinyl lock, but they have an upgrade here. It's a silicone pad. As you can see, it's built a lot better. So I'm going to show you how I go ahead and change this out. So I'm going to go ahead and show you the screws that I'm going to take apart to pull this lock off of the door. To remove this, first I'm going to go ahead and take these 4 screws off right here. So once those screws are off, go ahead and push this little tab here, and then I'm going to go ahead and pull that off. And then I'm going to go ahead and remove these two screws here. And now go ahead and remove this plate. Then we'll go ahead and take off the face plate on the outside of the door. Now this should come right off, tilting out slightly and then pulling away. Now let's take it over to the workbench and we'll install the new keypad. At the workbench here, got it all laid out. Here's a new keypad. I'm just going to stick this underneath this little vinyl sticker and capture it here on the edge. Then I'm going to peel it up. Stuck on there pretty good. And you can kind of see where it was torn a little bit here on the back side. It's stuck on there pretty good. So I'm going to go ahead and clean all this up, and then I'm going to flip it over and show you what I'm going to take it apart. But I want to show you this keypad. It's pretty cool. So this keypad lights up here, and if I use a flashlight, I'll show you how these numbers light up like that. They're pretty bright. So it'd be a lot brighter than it was before with the old one. So anyway, it comes with the instructions, and the new pad comes in here, and it comes with a link to for instructions how to install this too, and it gets you to their other products they sell. Before I flip it over, I want to show you there was a bunch of residue on here from the adhesive. So what I did was I used my scraper for decals. It's made out of plastic, and I scraped it up, and then I cleaned it up with Windex. And just before I forget all this, I'll let you know in the description below this video, I'm going to go ahead and put all the products that I used in this video in case you want to get them. Feel free to do that, and I'll probably put a link to some of my other videos on this lock for you to check out. So let's go ahead and flip this over. Now with it flipped over, there are 5 screws here on the back side of that silicone pad. I'm going to go ahead and take these 5 screws off, and then I'll come back to you. All 5 screws have been removed. As you can see, they're really small. I used a screw driver where the tip fit in these really nice and tight. I held down here and then pushed really hard because I didn't want to strip out the head of this screw. Then I've taken a utility blade, stuck it under here a little bit to lift this up. I want to be careful not to break this gasket, so I'm kind of moving it away a little bit. And as you can see, I'm just going to fold this to the side. All this will stay in place. From the other side, I'm just going to push this old silicone seal out. You can see, so this is just like that. And I think that was like that. So we're just removing this. This one looks like it's all made out of like a silicone, so it's going to last a lot longer than this other pad here. Then you just take this, put it face down in here, and it fits right in place. And then we'll just check the other side, make sure it goes in just like that, setting right in place. And then we're going to go ahead, put this back in, being careful not to tear this gasket. And then I'll move this gasket out of the way slightly so I can get this down flush, just like that. So I'm going to go ahead and put this all down and put these screws back in tight. I got the screws tightened down a little bit. I want to show you how I do this. I'm keeping a pressure down on the screw, And I'm just snugging it up slightly, and I'm going to go around this here and just snug them up. Not real tight. So they're all pushing down, but there's still a little more room to tighten it down with this screw. I'm going to snug it down a little tighter. I don't want to go too hard because that's a cast steel there, and I don't want to strip out where it's screwing into. So I'm just going to snug those up, and then that's done. So I'm going to go ahead and flip it over and show you what it looks like. So much better. So now this frame is made out of metal, so it's real strong, and this is all the silicone. So I'm going to go ahead and show you how this works. I'm going to plug the other unit into this, and we'll try it out on the bench. Got it plugged together again. I want to show you how you make the deadbolt go out. So you just press the padlock here, just hold it, and it goes out. It just went out. To make it go back, let me cover up my code so you don't try and break in my trailer. Let's see, I got unlock, just like that. And I want to show you, I'm going to turn the light off so you can see how much brighter these the keypad is. So it's pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and lock it again. You just hold down on the lock and it goes. And then you know that annoying beep that you hear? If you want to eliminate that, you hold the 1 for 3 seconds. You hear beep. And now from now on, when you do the numbers, you won't be hearing that anymore. It's all quiet. So if you want to eliminate that beep, go ahead and do that. And I'm going to hit the 1 and just hold it for 3 seconds. And then it activates that beep again. So let's go ahead and get this thing reinstalled. And it was pretty easy installation. Comes with these nice instructions. Only tools you need is a utility knife and this. And then also maybe this putty knife here, plastic putty knife. And I'm not sure where I put that other scraper, but I'll make sure I put in the description below links to those in the description. So let's go outside back to the trailer and put this back in. Put this back together. All I do is hold this wire over here. You don't want it over here, it's not going to go in easy. Went over the side, put that in, and just work it in like that. Goes in pretty easily, just like that. Then I'm going to go on the other side. I'm going to go ahead and plug my wire into the unit over here. And you just heard it beep, so that means it's connected. I'm going to go ahead and put these screws back in on the end of it, right here, with the plate, and then I'll come back to you. I got a tip for you. I got the screws started here, but you want to make sure that here on this outside cover that it moves around slightly. Make sure it's covering the whole opening. You don't want any gap so water goes in here. So I'm going to hold it up slightly, just a little bit. Make sure it's straight on the jamb here. Hold it in place, and then I'm going to tighten these screws up. And this will hold it in place. The last thing you want is any leaks in your trailer, or this door to start warping out. So just snug these up. Don't over tighten them or you could strip it. I'm going to go ahead right now, put this back together, and here you got the knob to lock and unlock the door. It has a little flat spot on this red area here and a flat spot here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to line this up with here. Then there's this tab here. It goes back and forth when you go to open the door. So when you go to open the door, you pull on it, and this is going back. So it's actually pushing this backward. So this little tab here, you want it to get in this little groove here, not on this side, but on this side. So when you pull this handle, it pushes this back. So I'm going to go ahead and line this up, put it back together, and then I'll come back to you. I'm going to sneak this quick tip in here for you. A while back, I had my RVLock. It was a little sluggish when the bolt would throw into the jamb to lock it. So I was like, okay, what's going on? The batteries are good. I replaced the batteries to see if that helped it. It didn't. So what I did is I just took some of this Blaster silicone lubricant here. It doesn't have to be Blaster. It could just be a silicone lube, and shot some inside the lock mechanisms here. Took my key and worked it back and forth, and then it's worked great ever since. So every year I just shoot a little bit in there, and then in my compartment door locks to keep everything lubricated, and it works great. So that's it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the video and learned something. That's why I make these videos, to help people out. So hey, if you want, feel free to leave comments in the comment section below, and make sure you watch down below for a link to the products I use in the video, like I mentioned before, and then I'll give you some links to RVLock itself, the company. So hopefully that helps you out. And then also, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and subscribe, and hit that bell icon for future notifications. If you're subscribed already, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. So I hope to hear from you in the comments section. If you have anything to add to this video or any questions you have, I'll get back to you as soon as possible to help answer them. Thanks a lot for watching. Take care and happy camping.